Violent protests that erupted in the run-up to the general elections. This is the Commission's second sitting of the inquiry established to look into the possible violation of basic human rights, allegations of maladministration and improper conduct concerning the Alexandra Renewal Project. Let's get more on this now, and we're joined via a telephone by Buang Jones, South African Human Rights Commission's Provincial Manager. Buang Jones, thank you very much indeed for your time. Let's just find out, with regards to this investigation, how far is the Commission with it?
Well, today the Commission will reconvene. This will be the second sitting of the inquiry that started in April. The inquiry seeks to investigate socio-economic conditions in Alexandra, their impact on fundamental human rights, and whether such amounts to maladministration, abuse of power, corruption, or improper conduct. This is a joint investigation with the Office of the Public Protector.
So the inquiry started in April. What has the inquiry heard so far? Can you brief us on that?
Well, so far, during the first sitting, the inquiry panel had the oral testimony from the city manager of the city of Johannesburg. His testimony will continue tomorrow when we convene again in Johannesburg. And we had to adjourn because we felt that the city was not adequately prepared and were not satisfied with some of the answers from the city. So we only for now have received or had the testimony of the city of Johannesburg. So today we said it would be imperative to also hear the voices of the people of Alexandra, and hence the decision to host this inquiry in Alex today.
Okay, so how would it work with regards to the people of Alex coming to this inquiry? Can anyone approach the inquiry?
Yes, anyone is welcome to come and make their oral submissions to the Commission's inquiry panel. It is an inquisitorial process. The panel will also direct questions to witnesses and participants. So we would like to implore and encourage the people of Alex to come out in their numbers to this inquiry. As we speak now, we have not yet started, and we are concerned that about the numbers of people present here at this point. But we hope that as we start around 10, that more and more people will come so that we can hear their grievances.
Yeah, so, I mean, you say you're a bit concerned with the amount of people that are there now, but I guess maybe it's a bit early, so it's hard to judge at this stage. But are you getting a lot of buy-in from the community, a lot of interest with regards to this inquiry?
Well, there has been interest. Remember, the Commission, during the protest, after the outbreak of protest, we dispatched our team, which met with the residents. On the 3rd of May, we were also in Alex to gather more information and to talk to the community. So they are aware about this inquiry, they are aware about the Commission's intervention, and we are hopeful that the information we'll glean from today's inquiry will assist us in making appropriate recommendations and findings.
Look, some of the top concerns from the Commission, from what I can recall when these protests kicked off, was the illegal structures, the mushrooming of illegal structures, alleged land invasions as well. On the face of it, Buang, what's your sense with regards to Alex? What sort of issues on the ground that you are desperately aiming to resolve?
Well, the first key issue is meaningful engagement between the three spheres of government with the community of Alexandra. The other key thing is to probe the budget that was allocated for the Alexandra Renewal Project. We want to ascertain whether it was properly utilized for the purpose for which it was intended, and whether the people of Alex suffered prejudice as a result of this project, or their conditions were improved as a result of this project. We also want to look at the service delivery choices of the three spheres of government, whether the budget allocation and distributive decisions made to date are reasonable and commensurate with the progressive realization of the rights of the people of Alexandra, and whether there has been efforts to foster and to promote intergovernmental relations and corporate governance between the three spheres of government. As you know, the city of Johannesburg and the office of the Premier in Gauteng have been at loggerheads. So we want to get to the bottom of these issues and to see whether there has been a coordinated response from all the three spheres of government to address the issues of the people of Alex.
Buang, what about the relationship between the locals and foreign nationals that are living in the area? Is that pretty much in sharp focus as well?
Yes, we will be looking at that. We'll also be looking at the adequacy of policing in Alex. The locals here lamented the lack of bylaw enforcement, which led to the mushrooming of illegal structures. So it's something that we'll be looking at. We'll also specifically be looking at its impact on vulnerable and marginalized persons, with particular reference to women, children, non-national, and the LGBTQI community.
This inquiry notwithstanding, you would agree that, as you mentioned earlier on, with regards to the three spheres of government, be it national, provincial, local, they all need to come together in order to find some plausible solutions to this situation, isn't it?
Absolutely. They have to devise and implement and roll out a coordinated program. And we hope that the establishment of the interministerial committee to look into issues raised by the Alex community will also assist in finding lasting and implementable solutions. Ours is to also hold government accountable, but to also look for meaningful and lasting solutions.
Tell us about this panel. Who makes up the panel?
Well, the panel is, I'm chairing the panel, and I'm assisted by a team of legal practitioners from the Human Rights Commission and the Office of the Public Protector.
And when is the Commission likely to conclude its investigation?
Well, we hope to conclude our investigations by the end of June this year. And this will all depend on the levels of cooperation from government and other implicated parties during the course of this investigation.
Mr. Jones, thank you very much indeed for your time. No doubt we'll have you back on the program to give us an update with regards to this inquiry. That was Buang Jones, South African Human Rights Commission's provincial manager, there on the line.